Is it safe to allow remote access? Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Question: Is it safe to allow remote access to a tech support person from a reputable firm to solve a problem? I recently had an issue that required me to contact such a company, and I permitted the tech to view my desktop. My problem was solved, but I couldn't help thinking that this was a bad idea. Can they browse around inside your computer if you give them this kind of access? Yeah, they certainly can. The question really boils down to how much do you trust them? All other issues aside, this is entirely a matter of trust. Now, remote access is a wonderfully appealing tool. Rather than relying on your description of the problem, a technician can see it and investigate it directly, instead of trying to walk you through a complicated set of steps you don't need or care to understand. The technician can just do it for you. I really, truly, honestly get the appeal. Heck, I've used remote access myself to help my friends. But is it a good idea? The key word in the original question is reputable. In a tech support scam, scammers use lies and even threats to get you to give them remote access to your computer. Once they have it, they install malware, sometimes including ransomware, or they leave back doors that allow them to access the computer when you're not around. This kind of remote access is absolutely not safe and should be avoided at all costs. It's not about remote access technology. It's about who you're allowing to access your computer. Remote access means giving someone complete control of your machine. They can do whatever they want. It's like having a technician visit your home or even taking your device into a shop for repair. You're giving that person control. Presumably that means resolving the issues that brought you to them in the first place and nothing else malicious along the way. I keep repeating myself, it's all about trust. What's interesting is that watching isn't really always enough. Most remote access tools will let you watch the technician's activities. Some include voice contact so that you can talk to the technician and they can explain what they're doing or answer questions along the way. The problem is that this can lead to a false sense of security. There may be more going on that you can't see. That more going on could be legitimate or it could be malicious. That's why I keep coming back to this matter of trust. There's more to this than just good intent, though. Do you trust that they actually know what they're doing? Will they do more harm than good? Will you spend a lot of money and get little in return? We consider these issues whenever we ask someone to help us, but the ramifications of allowing someone to remotely access your computer are more serious. Of course, if they have malicious intent, they could wreak all sorts of havoc. But even if well-intentioned, you're trusting that they won't inadvertently make something worse or introduce new problems. Since they're remote, it's more difficult to hold them accountable. With a local technician or a shop, you've got a place you can go to resolve your issues. Presumably, they care about their reputation and your power to impact it. Companies that provide remote access support are often distant, faceless entities on the internet. They may even be in a completely different country. I'd be very reluctant to let anyone connect to my computer that way. They'd have access to everything. Now, I can vaguely recall allowing someone to do it once, briefly, a very long time ago, but it still feels like such a huge risk. I also realize that sometimes it is the most expedient approach to solving your problem, and the reputable companies and technicians are probably quite competent. So I have one hard and fast rule for remote access. Never allow remote access to someone who called you. Never. Period. End of discussion. That's how the tech support scams capture their victims. They call you. The only acceptable approach to allowing anyone remote access is after you have vetted and selected an appropriate technician or service, and only when you make the first contact. Then, if they suggest it, it might be worth considering. And please, for safety's sake, always just make a full system image backup of your machine, just in case. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/3767. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.